Hi everybody, it's Warren Eagles here from iColorist. Question I get asked a lot, and this is from DPs, junior colorists, editors, DITs, is color management. It's really hard, isn't it? I really wish I could sort of understand it, but I think it's a little bit too deep for me. I just grade everything in Rec 709 2.4 Gamma, which is our set standard. Now, true, color management can be difficult, and if we get to the high level of delivering shows, then that can be the case. But you, no matter what you are working on, smaller corporates, YouTube, internet, can start to dip your toes in the water with color management, and this is going to help you understand it. So this is a bit of a little intro tip. So if you take this little sequence that I've got here, a mixed amount of formats. I'll quickly go through what we've got. We've got ProRes 444 bit underexposed. We've got a GoPro there, slight color temperature problem. We've got a Sony F5 and we've got a DNG, the old Blackmagic Boxer camera going to DNG, back to ProRes. Now, if you were going to balance this out yourself, you would be doing it probably 5 or 6 different ways to balance the pictures, make them normal and match them. You're using lift gamma gain tools here that we all know, the color wheels. You could be using a curve. You could use a LUT. You could use the warper, contrast, or pivot. There's a number of ways, and especially for a DP, this is really tricky because you're sending your footage off to an editor, maybe a colorist, you don't really know, and you've no real control over what they are doing. And let's be honest, we'd all do it slightly differently, not wrongly, but we would just do it differently. To turn this into color management, just to have a play, and I'm in Resolve because it's the tool I use and the tool I'll be teaching when I do my classes at Able Cine. Just set this to DaVinci YRGB color managed, and just when you're learning at the start, put it automatic color management, standard dynamic range for 709, which means it will remap it back for us. Hit save. You will then notice that this shot now, whereas previously it looked quite loggy, for want of a better word, looks pretty much normal. So that's a DNG. That's the ProRes. Okay, they're slightly different. You've still got to match it, but it's a lot closer. And we are all starting from the same point because we are color managed, and it's getting the metadata information from the raw file so it knows how to display it. I've obviously got here my OLED Pro set up to Rec 709 2.4. That's now my output timeline color space. So things are looking pretty normal. So from a starting point, things are going to look quite good. Now, if it's not getting the raw metadata, you have the option just to right click on it and say, I'm going to set the input color space. This does look a little bit daunting at first, but if you know what this is, and you will do, especially if you have shot. Now, this was S-Log2, this was a while ago, go there. This is my famous acting brother, who's far richer than I am. We'll be dipping our toes in even in the 101 classes.